Hi everybody, and welcome to a super late, second to last BB18 recap show. Not really, we only have a few things to talk about, but yay, it's officially finale night, and I thought, let's talk for a little bit. For the second to last time this season, if you guys want to watch any of our shows back with the pre-jury members or past house guests, that's at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18. There's no more spoilers, but all our spoiler shows are at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18 spoilers. Flashbacks, if you missed something this season, are at BB18 flashbacks. Now there's no more live feed updates, but this will become BBOTT feed updates soon. The only way you can watch Big Brother over the top is to get the feeds from us. Well, is the feeds, but get them from us. yourrealityrecaps.com/feeds. If you want to be an updater, fill out the form at yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT updates. Sorry, I have to be a touch quiet, and then I'm going to get real angry. Lastly, if you want to help support our shows, yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to weekly-only patron shows, prize giveaways every week for patrons, access to the patron-only Facebook group, and it really helps support our shows. Of course, you can also do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. It's the best way to support our shows and say thanks for all you've done this season. And if you don't do it, you're a dick. So I'm angry. No, I don't want to be angry. We need to have a fun show. Yes, for everyone. A lot of people today, I see you. Chat room, believe me, I see you. We got stuff to talk about. I'm also getting a fever sore. Anyway, people were asking me today, are you gonna live tweet the finale? No, I thought I would be like, why bother? Of course I'm live tweeting the finale, and we'll go live after. We will go live immediately after the finale tomorrow night, and I will be live tweeting it at Reality Recaps. And then I hope we bury this season in a hole and never have to talk about it again. No, because then we have to do jury interviews. Yay! So for those of you that are not like us and not up at 1:30 in the morning if you're on the East Coast and are watching this back tomorrow, you missed the Nicole and Paul conversation tonight. So we have lots to talk about it, and I want to know, chat room, if you're believing Nicole. Okay, so for those of you that missed it, it went like this. Nicole said, Paul, I can't sleep, and I just was wondering, why is James so comfortable? I feel like you are taking him and lying to me. And then Paul was like, girl, you crazy. You a crazy girl. You are a crazy girl. Now, here's what is good. Like, this conversation just ended and they both split, and then I went live because I didn't want to wait any longer. I'm interested to find out if we get Paul now filling us in on what he's thinking after that conversation, and if we get Nicole filling us in with what she thinks after that conversation. Basically, the good things that came out of it is Paul now hopefully realizes there's a chance Nicole's not taking me and I better win this shit. So that's the first good thing that came out of the conversation. I'm going to get to everything you guys are saying in a minute. I just want to recap it first for the people watching it back. I know chat room and I have tons to say. I just want to recap it quickly first. Secondly, Paul made a lot of really good points in it that I think will convince Nicole to bring him, I hope. Hi, Steina Nets. I loved your tweet earlier. We're going to talk about that too. Okay, so Paul brought up a lot of really good points that I think will change Nicole's mind. Because see, last night at this time, Nicole basically told James, I'm not taking you. But then, earlier today, Nicole, talking to herself, was like, I can't take Paul. I gotta take James. But now they just had this conversation, and it seems like Paul sold Nicole on why she needs to take him, is my thought on it. So I'll ask you this, chat room. You all let me know what you think, so I can let the people watching it back, other people's opinions. Do you think that, who do you think Nicole is taking right now after this Paul and Nicole conversation? BB Princess said she's still taking James. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, wow. BB Boston's not sure, but the majority of the chat room is going with James. Okay. So maybe it's just me then. Okay. The large majority of the chat room is feeling like she was not buying that, and she is still taking James. I feel like Paul made really great points. Either way, I don't care. The good thing that came out of this conversation is Paul at least now knows, he is smart enough to know, Nicole might not be taking me, whereas he felt way more confident in it earlier. So hopefully this will be the thing that makes Paul fight harder tomorrow. But see, here's the thing. Nicole doesn't know anything about this jury. For those of you that don't know, the scales of justice that they're going to do is based on how well they know the people in the jury. And again, I say, nobody in the jury is a giant penis. I mean, you could argue that Paulie is a dickhead, but nobody is a giant penis. Ergo, Nicole doesn't know anything about any of them except Corey. She doesn't. She has no relationships with these people. I don't think she's winning this part 3. I think it will come down to James. I mean, it comes down to Paul winning, I believe, hands down. I don't even think it's going to be a contest. I hope I don't eat those words. And what else I'm hoping is, since Paul is really smart, I hope he goes to bed tonight and thinks, why would Nicole want to take James over me? Am I making a mistake taking Nicole? Should I be taking James? Because I do think Paul has an easier win over James than Nicole. I think Paul wins either way. I think Paul will own his game, talk circles around Nicole, be able to say everything he did. I mean, if you missed it, Nicole's speech is basically this. Nicole's speech is basically this. I've strategically done a lot of strategic things this season. I strategically was strategic in being strategic. And now I'm going to take credit for the strategic moves that you other people in jury strategically did, because I am strategically strategic. Thank you. Because nothing will piss a jury off more than you taking credit for the shit that they did. So I think Nicole's speech is going to piss off the jury. And we all know that when confronted with anything, she's going to shut down. I hope Michelle gets to question her first, calls her a snake, rattles her, and then she just sits there like a blubbering idiot. I think, and I have always said this, when you are in Final 2, your game is over. And I think a mistake that people make when they're in Final 2 is they don't own their game, and they don't, they're still trying to make the jury people happy. And yes, to a point, you need to make the jury people happy, but people think that if they own what they did, it will piss the jury off. And I think it's just the opposite. I think what a bitter jury member is looking for is for you to say to them, yeah, I did screw you over, but I had to screw you over. It's the game. And me screwing you over worked. It's what got me to this spot. Paul is smart enough to do that. Nicole is going to be like, oh no, I didn't mean it. I didn't know. And Corey said, but Corey, and we didn't have the information because Corey, and strategically Corey with the, and that's going to piss a jury member off. I think Paul will be like, yeah, I did it. He's going to be like, yeah, Michelle, I called you a see you next Tuesday. I did. I said it. Would you like me to run down the list of the shit you said about people this season? We're human. I said something in an emotion-filled moment, and I apologized. And I'm here. So who do you want to win to? Me or the snake? Yeah, Nicole's speech should just be this. If I was Nicole, this is what my speech would be. Hi everyone, thank you for considering me for your vote. I know I don't have it, so I would just like America to know, make sure you follow me on Twitter because I will be hawking my teeth cleaning products. And Corey, will you marry me? Either way, I want to come away with something. I'm either going to need cash for my calendars and my teeth cleaning products, or a ring. Corey, you going to put a ring on it? I would now like to do an interpretive dance. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, God, do you like my picnic table dress? I won't tell you where I got it, though. I don't want anyone to copy it. You got it from a fucking picnic. So if you didn't know, Nicole is wearing a checkerboard gingham dress for finale, which she deliberated on for a long time. Wish she would have deliberated on it a little bit longer. My name is Alan. Thanks to the bars. She should have deliberated on it a little bit longer. Stein and Nitz tweeted out earlier that, hold on, I don't want to get it wrong, and it was really good. She said on Twitter, ladies, gingham in the evening when you are over 12 and not at a rodeo, country concert, or state fair says one of two things, porn or polygamy. And I agree. And I agree, Nicole. Then Paul says to her a little bit ago, where do you get your clothes from? And Nicole's like, I'm not telling you where I get my clothes from. I don't want people to copy me, and I don't want people to buy my clothes. Okay, first of all, again, stop acting like you're shopping at some designer store. Your clothes come from a picnic or like a thrift store, which you should just own that shit. Number two, I'm pretty sure the store doesn't want you to mention their name either. I'm sure the store does not want out there that people can look like your tablecloth or that whore lace Elvira thing that you wore at the POV ceremony. Like, trust me, they don't want it out there. They don't want it attached to their name, those outfits, you and them outfits, and no, trust me, they don't. But I will say, in all honesty, it exemplifies every single thing I can't stand about Nicole. Immature, self-centered brat. Somebody else can't have something good. I can't help somebody else out because that would take something away from me. Helping somebody else out and doing something good for somebody else would take something away from me, and I only care about myself. I have anxiety. Eat a dick, you self-centered brat. Not to mention how much you might actually possibly help that store that you say is a little boutique store. God forbid you'd help them out and give them some money and make some sales for them. But again, I digress. It just exemplifies everything I can't stand about her personality. So, okay, wait, one more thing, and then I swear to God, chat room, I'm going to see what you guys are saying, and we're going to talk about what you guys want to talk about. The other funniest thing, I don't know if you guys saw it earlier last night, when the house guests were told about Big Brother Over the Top. And then Nicole threw a fit. And then James said, and I quote, we're like not gonna be relevant anymore. And then he didn't even skip a beat. James didn't even skip a beat. And he turns to the camera and goes, Big Brother, I'll totally stay. Like, if you want me to stay for next season, I'll totally stay. No, we don't want you to stay. And then earlier today, he was like, Big Brother, if you just want me to, like, hang, like, if I can't be on the show, like, I could just, like, hang around, and, like, if you need someone to, like, destroy the house and stuff, like, you know, Captain Camo's great at that. Yeah, we know Captain Camo is good at wasting food. We know Captain Camo is great at being a fucking adult baby. We know you're real good at destroying shit and wasting food and making messes. We got it. It's all you could do. Then he becomes obsessed with knowing if this is ruining his chance for America's Player and insists that he needs to get into the DR to find out if he's still in the running for America's Favorite Player. Again, the only thing James cares about this whole season. Oh my God. I can't. So... Then, Big Brother told them, hold on, I'm trying to bring it up so that I can read it to you, because it's the best, and then we will be done, and I will see what you're all saying, chat room. So, Big Brother had them, write down messages for the house guests, for the new cast. James's was like, that was James's. He had several notes, and they all consisted of, that was James's. Nicole's is, and I quote, 1, breathe. Because she can't. 2, be you. That's what got you here. 3, make the best of every situation. 4, feel free to trust your gut. Or quarries. And then my favorite. 5, play, underlined, big and underlined. Play, right there, big and underlined. I mean, do as I say, not as I do. Play Big Brother, not Big Baby. Now, I don't know who did it. Dana actually told me about this earlier today. I haven't seen it. Somebody told me that there's a picture of this where Nicole's is, all of her things are photoshopped out, and it says, at the top, it says Nicole's daily reminders, and then all it says is penis, 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 which I think is hysterical. I didn't see it, but that sounds hysterical to me. Now, Paul's is my all-time favorite notes. So Paul's is 1, drop your ego. Great advice, Paul. Thank you. 2, have fun. Yes, Paul, you should have fun. You're playing Big Brother. Have fun. Now here's where it gets good. 3, be yourself. Unless you suck. 4, play your own game. Not Derek's or Dan's. And hey, shout out, Derek made it on the board. Derek's going to be in another season. 5, fuck showmances. Fuck showmances. Love it. 6, call people out. It's fun. That is fun too. And 7, always remember, friendship. So I loved Paul's words of wisdom for that Big Brother cast. James is nothing. Like, bleh. James was like, find your person. Find a person and get in the showman. It was so like, I can't. Here's the best thing. Okay. I swear, this is really my last thing. Sometimes if I want to be mean girl, here's what I was thinking last night, okay? So tell me if you're on the same level with me on this. And because I'm going to forget to say it, spoiler alert, I guess the cast is going to be announced tomorrow, by the way. I guess the cast is going to be announced tomorrow. Heard it here first. Anyway, so the cast had to have watched this season. Like, I don't think they were sequestered until about a week ago. So they've been watching this season. There's a real good chance this cast, like the majority of us, are not going to be Nicole and James fans. So I have a feeling, because there's no pre-taping of a week before, apparently we get the feeds right away from day one, there's no break. If it's a new cast, I hope they look at this list and shit talk the shit out of Nicole and James. Because here's the thing. Nicole's not going to do any shows. I'm sure Nicole is not going to do any shows, and she is never going to really hear from anyone what they thought of her game. But you know what? And I think James will do shows, but it's going to be people that love him. So both of them will watch the live feeds. And oh, how I want you to hear if there are people that watch this season in the house talk about yous. Because I don't think it's going to be positive. I think it's going to be like this. Nicole did nothing all season but laid in bed and thought she played a great game. We're all fucking sick of James's pranks. They're not funny. James also did nothing this season. Like, this is what that cast is going to talk about. All fingers crossed. And then I'll just make it up in my mind, like Nicole watching that back. I think it'll be fun. Okay, so I think that is pretty much the main points of what you guys have missed now leading into finale. Of course, you all know that who is where here. Yeah, I know, this is still cut off. Paul won part 1, Nicole won part 2. That's really your only spoilers. So, yeah, that's where we are. So chat room, okay, I am ready for yous now. Chat room, what are you guys thinking? What do you want to know what I think about? And go. Paul is out of the DR, says Leslie K. English. Okay, then if anybody in the chat room has the feeds on, you let us know if Paul talks to the camera by himself, if Nicole does, or we get any more insight to what they're thinking now since their conversation. Why not a jury why not a jury deliberation preview? I don't have one. Who do you think will win if it's Nicole and James? God, I hope James. No, I don't. Oh, God. Look, here's what I think. I think Nicole winning could be great because I think Nicole will go away and we'll never have to see or hear from her again. I think if James wins, he's going to be on You Now every 5 minutes. He's going to be wearing his Big Brother winner shirt all around Walmart, and he's going to hire people with the money to shoot those little party poppers off behind him so that everyone knows in the Walmart, I'm James from Big Brother. And P.S., that's not me shading him or Walmart, although I don't like Walmart. If you shop there, great, but you really shouldn't support them. They're an evil corporation. Anyway, my point is, James all the time tells stories about how he loves to walk around Walmart in his Big Brother shirt to see if people will notice him and give autographs. So if he wins, there's going to be a lot more of that shit happening. Just now, he can hire people to walk behind him and shoot off party poppers and seem more important. So I don't really want that outcome. I prefer the outcome where Nicole wins, goes back in the hole that she came from, and we never see her again, and we can all just bury the season in the back of our minds. Yeah, that's what I want. How confident are you that Paul wins Final 3? Says TP Nat. Well, TP Nat, I don't know if you heard, I've been shit-talking Nicole and James all season. So if they don't win, the amount of hate and vitriol that will be directed in my way on Twitter, that's how confident I am. I'm confident enough that I have been saying how much they won't win and how much I don't like them all season. So that being said, I'm sure one of those two will probably end up winning. But no, I have all confidence in Paul winning. Like, for me, it's not even a question. I think he will win part 3. I think he will win the game. I think he can win against James. I think he can win against Nicole. I just think it will be easier of a win against James. By Emotions on iTunes says, I'm excited to see Nicole win. Well, congratulations, we found the Nicole fan. No, that's fine. If you want her to win, awesome. Mara Jode says, I think Nicole wins part 3 because I don't want it. I know, we can't have nice things. And again, it's been an entire season of everything we wanted to happen doesn't happen, which is why I'm trying to prepare myself for Paul not winning, but I refuse to let those thoughts in. We're going to stay positive. Paul is so intelligent, I think he'll do well. I agree too, UTSA Jennifer. Paul knows he has to win. Correct. Like I said, that is the great thing that has come out of this Nicole and Paul conversation, is that now Paul knows there's a chance Nicole might not be taking me. Emily Mara, thank you very much for the bars. I really appreciate that. Did you ever read the Grindr article from today? No? Grindr like gay dating Grindr? Is Grindr putting out Big Brother articles now? Is there a Big Brother section on Grindr? I've never been on Grindr. I don't even know the way it works. Paul doesn't need James's vote. Well, now, Ed Rizzo, officially unofficial, that is what scares me as well. Oh, Grodner, not Grindr. Got it. No, I did not read the... Is Corey mentioned in Grindr? No, if someone wants to send me a link to that article, I can read it now to everyone if it's not long. My fear is Paul telling James that he has been going to take him this whole time. When he turns around and cuts him and doesn't take him, I think... I'm 50-50, like, I don't know 100%, but I kind of feel like James will then be like, fuck you, you didn't vote for me, or you didn't keep me, you've been lying to me for the past 10 days, I'm voting Nicole, screw you. I hope James won't do that, and I think he can say, I'm not going to do that, but I think you don't know how you feel in that moment, because essentially third place is the worst place. My heart breaks for third place, like legitimately it does. You don't really get a long Julie interview if you get one at all. You didn't win first or second place. You're probably not winning America's Saver Player, and you are essentially, unless you are a super huge figure in the season, you're a really forgotten person. So I always feel bad for who goes. Ed Rizzo says, right, but Paul will have 5 votes before James. I hope so, Ed Rizzo. I'm not that confident in that, but I hope so. Paul has put in jury management. Nicole has put in 0, says Sarah Boyers. I agree. James has been acting like a vindictive baby. Yeah? For the past, since the season ended. Who do you think will be America's Saver Player? I hope it's Victor. I really hope it is Victor. If it's not Victor, I would love it to be like, who do I want it to be if it's not Victor? If it's not Victor, I would love it to be Tiffany, Bronte, Devon, Natalie, Bridget, not necessarily in that order, but any of those people I would be fine. I would say I would be annoyed if it was Zakiya, Paulie, Frank, Michelle. Devon for putting up with Paulie in Jury House. Right. Maximus Mom says, I voted Victor like I voted for Donnie. Well, you should have just stopped with I voted for Victor. Bronte has been awesome on your interviews. I wouldn't be mad at that. I know, that's why I'm saying. I don't know if you guys saw what I tweeted out earlier. Glenn cracked me up. I logged on to Twitter and I had a DM and it was from Glenn. because, you know, the old people don't know how to use technology. And Glenn says, where is it? Because it just cracked me up on Reddit. He goes, I sent you a special text message. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? You sent me a special? Are you flirting? Am I getting a dick pic? I'm like, what's going on, Glenn? Voting's over. So then I went to my text messages, you know, where he could have just sent that message. And he was like, hey, we're all hanging out in the hotel room. We were just talking about you, blah, blah, blah. And he sent me a picture from the hotel room, which I tweeted out. Glenn also confirmed for me he is... maybe I shouldn't say this. I'll say it this way. He also confirmed for me that he is around Frank a lot right now. So he said he is going to really try and sell Frank on getting on this show. And I made a big pitch to... Like, I texted Glenn my whole pitch to get Frank on the show, and I said, please just show this text to Frank. So, we'll see what happens. I like Glenn as a fan. I love Glenn. Like, I really like Glenn. Glenn is a really, really good person. I mean, I love all the pre-jury people. And maybe it's just because we've got to know them outside of the game. We know what they're thinking about the game. I love all of them outside of the game. Glenn is the new recruitment manager. Yes, Mini Sarah. Glenn can be our recruitment manager. Turkey Liver says, from what I read, Frank said he isn't talking to anyone from the show but Bridget. Well, clearly he's talking to Glenn. And Tiffany. And Bronte. Glenn's down to earth. He is. I like Glenn. I like Glenn a lot. Let me see if anybody tweeted me this Grodner article that yous are talking about. Oh my god. A million tweets. Okay, Hollywood Reporter. Okay, here we go. So, Big Brother 18's 9 former jury picks this season winner and America's favorite house guests. Okay, so... Okay, well, that's a smart idea. Okay, so basically, it's the past America's favorite players saying who they think should win America's favorite player for this season. Do you all get it? You'll get what I'm saying? Brendan won America's favorite player? Why don't I remember Brendan winning America's favorite player? Okay, anyway. Oh, that's not the one they're talking about. It's the other article. Oh, okay. Okay, well, screw that then. We don't care what those people are saying. Well, let me see the other article. Big Brother bosses talk season finale, Nicole critics, and jury house feeds? And jury house live feeds. Oh, is that finally happening, what I told you guys about last December? Okay, so how long is this article? Okay, so here we go. Question is, what did you think of Nicole's gameplay? It's the reverse Rachel Riley effect. In season 12, Rachel was hated by America, but turned it around and everyone loved and rooted for her the second time around. For Nicole in season 16, she was a fan favorite, but this time, although she seems to have some fans, most of the fans are anti-alumni and extremely critical of her game. Shade. Allison Grodner says, she didn't get nominated the entire time into just last week. She came to play, to go an entire season as a veteran where the spotlight and target are on you, and you had to make it to the end like this is just pretty amazing. Allison, or when you stay in bed getting finger banged by your boyfriend, you are literally a non-threat in the game. Don't tell me it's part of her strategy, because if it was part of her strategy, she would have told us it, you know, in the preseason interviews, in her DRs, she would have mentioned it to other house guests, she would have, you know, told us as the live feeders. No, not her strategy, don't buy it. And I think they would say the same No, we wouldn't say the same. And she won when she needed to win. She played a pretty strong game. It's hard to fault her. Well, then, by all means, ignore what 90% of the fandom is saying. We all feel differently. Whatevs. Why do you think people fault her? Allison Grodner says, I'm actually not sure. Well, Allison, I would like to give you a formal invitation to come on this show and we'll point it out. Although I really feel like this interviewer is doing a great job letting you know. It's called denial. I'm actually not sure, says Allison. Hey, Rich, do you have an opinion on that? And maybe, Brian. I've seen it. I've certainly seen the negativity about her online, and I'm not sure why. Sorry. It's hard to say. I'm not saying this is the case, but sometimes I look at how men and women are treated differently. Oh, no, Allison. We're not taking that line here. I think James is just as much of a floater do-nothing douche as Nicole was all season. Male, female, both useless players who treated this game like a dating show, did absolutely nothing, came up with no plans, were not strategic, and the only reason they did anything was because they were part of other people's plans, and you could argue 2 of the times Nicole won, they were given to her, or, strategically on another person's part given to her. And James Trashbag. So no double standard here. Man, woman hate their games. Their games. Okay, I also don't like them as people. But that's because I know them outside the game. Anyway, moving on. Okay, guest chat room, you are enjoying this. There's a double standards in terms of being an aggressive game player if you're a man and being applauded for it, and being sneaky backstabbing game player as a woman suddenly makes you a bitch. No, I was 1,000,000% Team Vanessa when everyone else was saying that. I do not take the double standard there. It's specifically referring to Nicole's game that we don't like Nicole. We don't like specifically Nicole's game. I don't think Nicole's a bitch. I think Nicole sucks at this game, did nothing, and doesn't deserve to be in the final 2. I don't think she's a bitch. I think she's done nothing. Okay, next question. Everyone rooted for her the first time because she was an underdog, but now she's not. Thoughts? Allison Grodner says, yeah, and that happens with anyone, male or female. No, it doesn't. No, wrong. You know that way we hated Brittany her first go round and then really hated her the second go round? Nope. Sorry. Again, specifically Nicole. I've definitely seen that there is a different viewpoint, but I don't know. Well, there we go. We agree. You don't know what you're talking about. Rich Meehan says, we were just talking about this. This final 3 seems like everyone you talk to is rooting for different people. You should read a poll, Rich. There's lots of them going around. By the way, ours right now has Paul at 75%, Nicole at 16, and James at whatever the hell left is left over after that. Just like every other poll on every other blog I've seen everywhere. So if you're confused as to everyone rooting for other people, no. 2/3 are voting for Paul. The other third is split between 2/3 Nicole and 1/3 James. Ba-dum-ba-bum. I don't think so. What's the rock people are... Exactly. Grodner says, other than maybe because people saw her differently in the first season, and now she's being a more aggressive player. People inside the house call her a snake. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Oh, it does say that. I was going to go, Julie called her a snake too, which is here in the article. Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy? Editor of the show? You can control the way that she comes off. So interesting. While I don't think Nicole could be called an aggressive player this season. I do think she is playing more aggressively than she did her first season. I definitely think Nicole is playing a more aggressive game this go round. Do I think she's an aggressive player? In bed. I mean, if this was a fortune cookie, in bed. So then Julie calls her snake too. Grodner laughs. Oh, I didn't know she could do that. She went where she needed to go to win. It's interesting because it becomes so subjective, and you'll see that with the jury too. Rich Meehan says, it also happens if a player strikes first against someone that fans really like. Suddenly, by default, they don't like them. They make a move against Victor, and Victor was really well liked. Oh, thank God they understand that Victor was well liked. Oh, aggressively annoying. Exactly, Big Zilla. Oh, good. I'm glad I was afraid production may not, if they think Nicole's game is great, I'm not sure they have a pulse on the fact that Victor's loved. But okay, great. So they're aware of that one. So if you make a move against someone like Victor, you suddenly become, and then Grodner jumps in, you become hated, but honestly, it's hard to tell. What we appreciate most about all of that, though, is that there are strong opinions out there. We've had quite a few people active on the social media scene. Sorry. Which means that hopefully people are interested enough to talk about it. It's better than the not talking about it, right? Yes, that's right. So you know what you should do? When there's websites that cover your show, you should probably work with them more. You know, like when people devote every single day of their life to covering your show, you should probably work with them a little more. Just a suggestion. Meehan says, it's a good final three. They're all different. They've all played the game differently. And no, I think two of them have played it exactly the same. And it'll be interesting to see who makes it to the final two. But those two will have good arguments about why they should win the game. Okay, well, clearly you also didn't watch their jury speeches. Meehan says, on the other side, you could have a clear-cut season like where, you know, Derek behind the scenes was controlling the whole game, and then he gets to the end, and you're just like, it's a no-brainer. Okay. Over the years, what has been your favorite final three and your least favorite final three? Okay, that's really not interesting. Grodner won't say who her favorite three is or who her least favorite three is. Will we still never see production, though, even in the jury house? What did Kathy say? Do the vets get paid more? Oh, yes, they do. I mean, allegedly. Okay, will we still never see production, though, in the jury house? Grodner, we've never had a situation like that fight with Paulie and Devon. This is a first for Big Brother. This is the first for Big Brother. Where the hell am I? Where did I go? This is the first for Big Brother. And obviously we're happy that the producer stepped in so that it didn't turn into something that we wouldn't want to happen there. We don't want anyone to get hurt. How many times did Legal tell her to practice that sentence? Will there ever be Jury House live feeds? Grodner. We personally have a lot to handle as is, so the idea of juggling that and the jury house is a bit insane and a little bit much, but we get it. People have asked for it. I will say that this jury has been a really active jury. There's been some really fun jury packages. I don't think that's always the case. Meehan says, I don't know truthfully how exciting it would be once they go to jury. They're allowed to decompress, they're allowed to listen to music, they're allowed to read books. They watch a lot of movies. It's hard to say because it would be a huge investment. That being said, we hear it. People say it a lot. And obviously this season has made that louder as far as wanting to see more of the jury house. Maybe there's a way of getting a little more content in the jury house in the future. You never know. Well, if I had a guess, and this is just me guessing, I think at some point in the future, we will see a jury house which is made up of a Redemption Island type of a situation. I think it would probably be reserved for an all-star season, though. And I think it will be where you are voted out of the house, you are instantly sent to jury, where there is another huge, camera set up where you're still being monitored the same way you were in the Big Brother house. Then when a person comes in, you battle the person who wins is in the running to get back in the house, and the other person goes into the jury. But they're still intermingling, and it's still like a show within a show. My guess is we will see that happen at some point in the future. How will you handle another fight between Paulie and Devon, but this time live at the finale? Meehan says, lawyers, how am I supposed to answer this? Meehan says, in the heat of the moment, things flare up. They've mended fences a little bit. I don't know if we're worried about a fight breaking out on stage. Allison, are you worried about it? Grodner says, I'll tell you this, we have security. Grodner would love it. She would be like, please, that would make all of the newspaper gossip TMZ fight places. Please have a fight on my stage. She would love it. I would love it as a producer. I'd be like, fight. Paulie was an early fan favorite, and now super fans aren't really as big as fan. Victor, on the other hand, in the beginning, people weren't a fan of. What do you make of the switch? It happens a lot because of how long we're there. You really get to see people 24/7, and it's hard for people to be one way the whole time. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to say this one more time. Producer of the show and everyone watching. Big Brother is not an example of how people live their real lives. It is not an example of their character completely. It is a reflection of how they would act being isolated from every single outlet that any other person gets from being relieved of stress in a game for $500,000 where the rules are lie, cheat, manipulate, backstab, and you can't trust anyone. So yes, does it bring out people's bad qualities? Sure it does. However, in the real world, people have friends to talk to, family to talk to, therapists to visit, music to listen to, a TV show to watch, a punching bag, karate, dance class. How they act in the game is not a reflection of how they are in their real lives. Just saying. Dogs. Oh my God, when Nicole read the announcement for Big Brother Over the Top, and then she goes, I thought we were getting a puppy. This sucks. So I wish you would have got a puppy too, because dogs are a great tell of character, and that shit would have bit you. Should I just put the All-Stars question to rest? What has been the biggest hesitation with doing another All-Star season? Do you guys even consider it? Meehan says, yeah, we talk about it. Grodner says, we talk about it, and I think you want to make sure that it's right. What's so interesting about this show is seeing people who haven't played. We know. Hello? Oh my God. Okay. What's so interesting about this show is seeing people who haven't played. People who aren't super fans go in there and figure it out again. People who aren't super fans go in there and figure it out again. I don't even get that sentence. Do you consider doing All-Stars? We talk about it and we want to make sure it's right. What's so interesting about this show is seeing people who haven't played. People who aren't super fans go in there and figure it out again. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. Like Paul. Oh, it literally says like Paul. Right, like Paul. Grodner, yeah, like Paul. He's a really interesting example. He didn't know this game, and it was evident at the beginning of the season. Neither did Victor, but they're smart and they figured it out. And we like that because people like Will Kirby did that. Why do you think there hasn't been an All-Star? Why do you think there hasn't been another All-Star season? Do you think the security will be needed at the finale? Oh, this person is just giving us things. And we all figured out with them how to play this game. It was great to see someone figure out the game again. And that's it. Interesting. I don't feel that really opened our eyes to anything that we didn't know. She thinks Nicole played a great game. Okay. And she thinks people that don't like Nicole are just haters. Sounds interesting. Okay, let me ask you this. Would you like me to read chat and you all weigh in on that? Or would you like me to go over who the 9 former America's Favorite House guests would like to be America's favorite player? Big Zilla says, hate Zilla. Russ AZ says, Paul's BB viewing seems to have expanded. Yeah, he has. Just the regular spin. Yeah, just the regular spin. Exactly. UTSA Jennifer wants me to do the 9 favorite players. Nicole is covering her head with pillows. No, don't go. 9 former house guests. All right. I mean, we can go through this quickly. So again, it's not long at all. This is what the 9 last America's Favorite players, who they want to win. Okay, so number 1, Brendan. Brennan says, one of the most exciting final 3s was with Dan Giesling, Ian Terry, and Danielle Murphy as of most of the season because it was up in the air to the end. It was up in the air to the end. The worst final 3, who I cannot get in trouble with, Derek, Cody, and Victoria, was one of the worst ones in recent history for me to watch. It was predictable. I thought they were supposed to be telling us who they want to win America's Favorite Player. Oh, this is who's the best and worst final 3. Well, where the hell do you say who you want to be the winner? Danielle Murphy was a nightmare. Nightmare couldn't stand her. Oh, okay. I have to find the question. I'm just going to go for that one question. Okay. Who has your vote for America's Favorite Player? Okay, here we go. So Janelle says, I voted 3 times for Victor. If he doesn't win, it's just really messed up. Meg says, Victor. No, not James. Hello? Oh, all the lines you should be reading between for that. I'll read it again. Meg Malley says, Victor. No, not James. Hello? Victor has been evicted 3 times. I don't know how you don't give that boy credit. Also, he's hubba hubba. So weird she's not a James fan. Brendan says, it's Victor. I already voted for him last night. Frank, how many times have you voted for yourself? Frank says, I have not voted once. I'd love to win, or I'd love Bridget to win. Both of us might have gotten sent home a little early for that, but there are a bunch of different polarizing figures that have made it long in the game, and because of that, the vote will be close. People were big fans of James last season, but a lot of them aren't big fans of him this season. Well, I'll go back to that one second. A lot of people are going to vote for Natalie, and I'm hoping Bridget and I might have a shot at it. Well, here's the thing, future Big Brother players. When a large majority of your fans vote you America's Favorite Player, the way that all the people who voted for James for America's Favorite Player last year did for him, and then you get out of the house and you give them all the big fuck you, by unfollowing all of them or, blocking them and not showing up to your fan events and not showing up to your charity commitments and basically not caring about the fans that voted you America's favorite player. Well, fans of Big Brother aren't stupid. Your second go round, they're not falling for that shit. They're not falling for your gee golly gosh pranks to the camera anymore. We already saw how you act postseason. So, if James wins America's favorite player this season, it is complete bullshit. It is rigged because what's-his-face loves James. Glitterzina says, I sincerely hope we never see James again. I don't think we will. If there is one silver lining out of this season, it is hopefully that we burned Nicole and James. I hope Nicole and James are burned and we never have to have them be back on another season again. Okay. Okay, so that's it? I don't get it. Nobody else wanted to answer who they were voting for? Oh my god, there is more tea being spilled. Okay, hold on. Meg Malley says, this is totally just watching the show, and my honest opinion about all of that is I 100% think Paul should win. Honestly, when I first started watching the show, I didn't like him, but he's totally charmed me. I've been rooting for Paul and Victor for a while. I feel like I'm betraying James, but I'm pretty confident that he's going to make it into the final two. Good save. Janelle says, oh, praise Jesus, sweet Janelle, says, I wouldn't vote for James. If it was Nicole and James, Nicole would 100% have my vote. I'm sorry. If you haven't done anything in the game, you don't deserve $2.5 million. He's horrible at Big Brother. What exactly has he done? Looked at Natalie? Oh, Janelle. Out of the three, Paul would have my vote. He's going to win. He's becoming a competition beast. He performs well under pressure, which those last competitions can be very stressful and so hard to compete in. He's going to win the final HOH, and if he's smart, bring James to the end. I really don't care what Judd has to say. Brittany Haynes. I would definitely vote for Paul. He has had the most difficult road, done the most work, and played the best game. Ooh, what does Johnny Mac say? Out of the final three this season, there's one person who's going to be in the final two, and that's James. If I were there, I would drag James to the final two. Nobody's going to vote for James. Besides Natalie. Bring James. Love it. Rachel Riley says, I would definitely vote for Paul. I was hoping to be able to vote for a woman and that Nicole would pull out a win in any of these final comps. I would have been thrilled to maybe cast my vote for her. But Nicole didn't pull out any wins. Paul did. Paul was a newbie and played one heck of a game. He's the biggest personality, tempered with smarts. Yeah, if you missed the show that we did earlier in the season with Rachel, where she breastfed the whole show, Nicole, oh my god, Rachel, not a Nicole fan, not a James fan. No. The shade was strong with that one on that show. So if you missed that show, you can watch it back at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18. It was, Rachel did not hold back. Brendan says, Bridget is pro-girl. She's also anti-Nicole. I like that. She likes James, but she might be pro-Paul. Devon is pro-Paul, but she's also pro-Nicole. Zakia would vote for Nicole because she does whatever Paulie does. I have a suspicion that Zakia and Paulie are going to be the swing vote. Paul versus Nicole. If Paulie and Zakia swing it to Paul, it goes 6-3. Paul wins. If not, it goes 5-4. Nicole wins by 1 vote. James versus Nicole, it's 3-6. Nicole wins. Paul versus James, it goes 6-3. Paul wins. For my vote, Paul would be my winner. Brendan wanted Victor, America's favorite player. I think Paulie would vote for Paul over Nicole. I really do. I do. I forgot Zakiya and Paulie existed. Me too. I take it back. I forgot that Paulie thinks that Paul is the reason he was evicted. Paul just told Nicole that he was anxious. Nicole just told Paul she was good for making people anxious. Right, Paulie had PP with Paul. Oh, Paulie has Paul's PP. Paulie has Paul's PP. Paul has Paulie's PP. PP. Wow. Wow. How much I remember. I mean, earlier in the season, I took the long way around to not have to say PP. I made sure I did not say PP whenever I could. Nothing made me happier than Paul getting out of that house. Not because of the way he acted, not because of the shit that he did, because I was thrilled that I did not have to say PP anymore. Loved it. Let me see if there's anything else. Are you Team Paulie or Team Devon? Frank says, Devon blew something out of proportion with me and her. I always thought Devon was my friend until I realized she was against me in the house. Everything I ever said to her I did as a friend. I thought we were friends. So I can't be on Team Devon, but I also can't be on Team Paulie. I just popped in the butt. I mean, I popped my grandma on the butt. I just popped on the butt. God, I can't even do Frank. Without hearing Frank, I can't do Frank. I popped her on the butt. It was just a little pop on the butt. That's horrible. It's not even close. I'm just seeing if anybody else said anything good. Okay, no. All right, I think we're done. Okay, we're done with articles. There you go. This was fun. Hey, by the way, if you like that and you were a fan of the Housewives, I guess right now, specifically the Real Housewives of New Jersey, just so you know, I read you the Real Housewives of New Jersey audio blogs over at yourrealityrecaps.com/Bravo. It's not that scattered, though. I actually read it like a story, and it's funny, and I interject my thoughts into it. So if you like when I read to you, I do those for the Bravo Housewives. I don't know who taught Nicole how to eat. Don't even get me started. I mean, Paul pissed me off too. It just so happens it seems like all Nicole has done for the past 3 days is eat. Anytime I turn on the feeds and Nicole's eating, so it's been enraging me more. But Paul, right before I went live, he was like eating chips. If I could stick my hand through the screen, I would choke him out. I do not understand how people can just be like... I don't know how people eat while crunching with their mouth open and their tongue going completely out and chips fucking flying paces. And it is as if the microphone is literally in your digestive tract. I don't need to hear you crunch. I don't need to hear your saliva moving around in your mouth. I don't need to hear it going down your throat. The whole entire thing enrages me. I can't stand people eating. I swear, if I ever had like a say or an influence in the game of Big Brother, people think I'm kidding and think I'm saying it to be funny, and I'm not. There would not be crunchy food. There would not be crunchy food, and there would not be candy. You would not get to suck on a lollipop. You would not get to crunch chips. There are plenty of quiet foods you can eat. Sorry, for 2 months or 3 months out of your life, you are not eating crunchy foods, because it is annoying AF to those of us who have to listen to you eating. And it's like every good conversation, there's a bag of damn chips. There's a bag of freaking Skittles. Enrages me. And then there's this. So, you know, Paul, if we were in the gyre, like, what I think that we're gonna do is I think we're gonna make some moves in this game this week now. There is nothing more annoying than listening to them play with a bag for 10 minutes. And then... I don't know what this is. Oh god, this could... Why does it say chicken? Chicken stick? How is this I was gonna do an example of the eating noise on camera. What the hell is a chicken stick? Oh lord. I don't know how this is candy. Okay. Here's my example. I apologize for those who get enraged like I do. Here is what it is like, unless I vomit, and then that will be equally as gross. I don't have anything to spit this out in. Oh, jeez. And I have no drink. Oh, it looks like a dog treat. Okay, so here's what it is. It says it's a chicken, a Chico stick. I swear to God, if this tastes like chicken. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, I don't know. Oh, God, the things I do for you people. Okay, here we go. So it's like this. So, Nicole, if I... Oh, I can't. I can't do it. Oh my god. 1 second, I'm gonna go throw up. Okay. Times. Oh my god, that was fun times. Okay, well that joke was ruined. Okay, please, what else is in here? Now I'm sorry, now I have to eat on camera. Oh, for the love of God, give me a sweet tart. Oh, that was so not right. It tastes like a Butterfinger. Okay, if a Butterfinger tastes like old sock mixed with stale saltine and throw in peanut butter that was like left outside during the summer and had some mold growing on it with like maybe it was supposed to crunch. I mean, it was like rubber. I read the word pretzel. I don't know where the pretzel consistency came in there. It was like gum. It was like a... It was like a peanut butter gum of something. I don't know. And I love peanut butter. Anyway, I apologize that I have to put those in my mouth to get the taste out. Okay. Anyway. We'll move on. You get the point. You know what? These sweet tarts taste a little weird too, and I remembered... I didn't plan on going live. It really was a surprise show. I brushed my teeth and I Listerine'd. I wonder if that's why it tastes off to me. Because even these sweet tarts don't taste like sweet tarts. Okay. Moving on. Sweet Tarts 8 is in the room? G-Bone Sweet Tarts? Okay, back to Big Brother. I'm just really trying to get this taste out of my mouth. 1 more second. Okay. And we're back. That was horrible. Nicole 6'4". Got it. Paul is talking to Nicole again. Well, I'm sure we're just circling the drain of this conversation. If they're talking again about it still, they're just circling around the conversation. Okay, let me tell you all this. I'm back. I apologize for my almost pre-vomit. We have 15 minutes left for this show because I need to be done by 3 a.m. So I'm giving you all 15-minute warning, and I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to say, I'm going to answer or talk about whatever you guys in the chat room want me to talk about for our last 15 minutes. Megan P says, please let Paul win. I agree. Nana's Hope says, I hate when people spit toothpaste in the sink and don't rinse. Okay. It was a good example. Tara from Long Island says, my ideal for tomorrow night, Paul wins, let Nicole get out at 50K and James get nothing. Please, BB Gods. I'm fine with it either way. Part of me would prefer if Nicole went third, but I'm fine either way. I'm fine with knowing that Yvette, hopefully, is going out third, and the other one won't win. Sour Cherry Pie. I believe, my guess is the cast will be announced tomorrow. Scream Queen started tonight. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. It wasn't as good as last season. They took way too long to bring the funny people in. And then even then, the plot at this point is just kind of like, I feel like it needed the sorority house. I'm not liking this whole hospital business, but, you know, we'll give it a chance. I'm more upset that we're going to miss American Horror Story tomorrow night. Like, I'm not going to get to watch American Horror Story tomorrow night. Eric, have you or anyone heard from Sun Angel? No, I haven't, Sweetbird Jan, but I'm a horrible person to ask. I wouldn't know if I did. I wouldn't know that you asked me that question tomorrow. Paul, okay, so Leslie says, Paul asks Nicole, are we okay? She says, yes, Paul, then reminds her to let Corey know the night before. Then reminds her he let Corey know the night before. Okay, Stacked in Florida says Paul's laying it on thick. Songy says I haven't watched it yet. Okay, got it. I want Paul to win. James get 50K and Victoria get an Xavier player. I'm kind of leaning more towards I would like Nicole to go out third too. I am. Do you also cover Survivor? Yes, we cover Survivor the hour before the show airs, which would be 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. I stupidly forgot to tell John that there's the YouNow app where you can pull up photos on your show now. He did not need to go through all the trouble that he was having with his background. My bad for totally forgetting to tell him that. So his next show won't have that issue with the photos. And I think it was John's first show back, so he was just getting back into the swing of it. But yes, Wednesdays, the hour before Survivor airs, will be a Survivor show. Every other night of the week, I will be live talking Big Brother. And once a week, we will be live with past house guests recapping the whole week. And we'll be doing exit interviews. Eric, I tweeted you the edited photo of Nicole's board. Okay, thank you, Mom of Twins. Oh my god, this stupid new operating system stinks. I don't see it. I don't see it. Nicole third, the spoiled brat. Yeah, I hope Nicole comes in third. I thought Frank said 50K. I believe they get 25. Ed Rizzo says, it's so maddening. Nicole thinks Paul and Victor will vote for her if she takes James. She needs to sub... I lost what you said. I like your voice. Thanks. Nothing says you like my voice like gold bars, new person. I'm fine with Nicole or James coming out to their popularity flipping on its head. Yeah, me too. I think it'll be interesting. Do you think production wants 2 vets in the final 2? In my opinion, I think they don't. Well, I didn't either until I read what they all just said, and now I think they super duper want it. Oh, they're talking about their stipend now. Oh, I meant to say that too. When Paul and Nicole were having their conversation earlier, Paul says to her, he goes, how do you think I feel when a megaphone tells me that you and James, and then it cuts to feeds. So he totally brought up the, what, the whole megaphone thing. Please guest you. No, but I'll block you. Do you agree Paul needs to emphasize to Nicole she won't have his and Victor's vote if she bones him? I do think that is something that he needs to emphasize to her. I think it is something James needs to emphasize to both of them. I think it's something they all need to emphasize to each other. However, I don't think this is the time. I think that is something that you say last minute. Because if you put her on the defensive right now before she goes and gets into bed, she's going to then see you in a negative light. She's going to stay in bed, think bad things about you. No, you don't do that right now. Oh, I know what the problem is, Mom of Twins. I have her blocked. However, I can bring it up. So here it is. Nicole's daily reminders. Penis, 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 penis. I don't mean I have you blocked, Mom of Twins. I mean I have Nicole's sisters blocked because I don't know. I just don't feel like I should be interacting with 16-year-olds on Twitter. Do you think production wants a vet to win so they can get past house guests to play again easier? I don't think that would get past house guests to play again easier. I think it would be harder and they would want more money. Is Paul finally realizing that taking Nicole is a bad idea? I do not think Paul has come to the realization yet that taking Nicole is a bad idea. What I do think he has come to the realization of is that Nicole is not going to take him. And that he needs to win this, where I don't think he had that realization before, and I'm hoping that later on, tonight, it's going to make him realize, well, if Nicole wouldn't take me, or if I feel she doesn't want to take me, why does she think taking James is a better idea? Should I take James instead? Okay, so since we only have a few minutes left, let me just end this right here for the YouNow people, for the YouTube people. YouNow people, don't go anywhere. I will wrap it up with all of you. Just let me end the edited show for those people watching this back tomorrow by saying, thank you all for watching. This is not our last Big Brother show. We will do one tomorrow night, and then we will do 9 more, 1 for each jury member, and then I'm sure a bunch more. And obviously, we are covering Big Brother Over the Top as well every night of the week. So if you love our shows, I'm not going to go through it again, but become a patron, yourrealityrecaps.com/patron, or you can do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. It is what keeps us doing shows and all of the content that we do for you guys. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow night during live tweeting. Bye, everybody.